Dear friends, one of the most important things in success, if you want to succeed in a project, at school, at a business, is to always have a mentor, is to have a role model, is to have someone that has experience that's able to share their knowledge and help and guide us through it. Today, I'm going to introduce you to one of those mentors, someone who is there to answer pretty much all of your questions, someone who's able to mentor you. The best thing about this mentor, though, is they're available 24/7. Let's say I'm starting a business and I'd like to write a business plan. More than likely, I need to talk to an attorney or an accountant or someone in that field. Well, they're going to set up an appointment a week from today at 3 o'clock, and I'm busy and I have to drive all that way. Well, this mentor that we're going to talk to today is someone that's available 24/7, and you can carry a conversation with them. Maybe you're stuck with your homework, or whatever it is. So I'd like to talk more about it, but first I'd like to go hands-on and dip into it. Basically, that mentor is artificial intelligence. It's a version of that called ChatGPT. We're going to jump in, see how it works, how it could help us and be our greatest mentor, and then we'll explain the logic and kind of the advantages and benefits of using it, and also some questions that it's not 100% accurate. There's about maybe 95, 96% accuracy, so we kind of need to clean things up a little bit there, and also the ethical perspective of things. Can I use it to help me with my homework? Absolutely, yes. Should I use it to help me do my homework? So those are the kind of ethical questions and stuff we'll discuss. But first, let's just jump in and see how beneficial this is. To start using ChatGPT, the website is to go to chat.openai.com. Chat.openai.com. When you go to that website for the first time, you're going to have two options: to log in or to sign up. If you don't have an account, it's as simple as creating an email. Basically, you click on sign up, put your email, your name, you get a verification email, pass through it, and you have your account ready. Then you just have to simply click on login, enter your email address, enter your password, and click continue. You might get a couple of prompts, so you can next through them. And then we can start our new chat. So let's take a couple examples. Examples number one is, I want to start a new business. I want to start a food truck, and I know I need a business plan. Oh my God, I've never created a business plan before. How can I create a business plan specifically for a food truck? So notice that what's happening here is not just research. It's not where I'm going to Google something and get a couple of websites where I can look information. I'm having ChatGPT help me write my business plan. So I'm going to type create the business plan for a food truck business. I'm going to click search. That means it's thinking. And as soon as it's done thinking, it's going to start printing out what a business plan should have, what are the components of a business plan, what I need to have in there specifically for the business that I'm doing, business description, provide more details about the truck business, market analysis. Here's what I need to do about the market analysis, specifically since this is on, kind of a food truck. It's within the industry and the trends that are in there. So you're going to find that it's helping me create my business plan. It's not just, hey, go to this website or go to that website, but it's more specifically geared towards my business. Describe how you promote your food truck business and attract customers. And it just goes through the whole thing up until the conclusion and how to conclude it. If it's a long answer and you think you got what you wanted, you can click stop generating and it will be done. All right. So if you feel that you have a follow-up question, you can jump in and type that follow-up question and continue the conversation with ChatGPT. So it's very exciting. It's like actually dealing with a person. And like I said, that's available to you 24/7. Let's take another example. I'm writing a Python program. I've written a lot of Python, but this time I was given, I'm supposed to read something from a file. I've never read something from a file. How can I have a Python program that reads something from a file? So I can type in create Python script that reads text file. Hit enter. Sure enough, it's just going to go in and generate the code for me with all the different parameters, explaining what the parameters are, fill this in, fill that out, and all I have to do is pretty much copy, paste, and fill in the parameters. Well, I'm going to stop generating for now. Suppose I'm using Java. Does ChatGPT know Java? Okay, let's see. Create Java program that reads text file. And sure enough, does a little bit of thinking and kind of spells out the answers out there. All I have to do is just kind of copy paste and fill in the parameters such as the file name and so on. So it's really, really amazing in what we call suggestive. It's giving you those ideas of what to do. It's generative. It generates that information for me. So that's kind of like the next level AI at this point. It's not just where it's analyzing data or searching through data and presenting it to you. It's actually generating ideas, generating new literature. So I can ask ChatGPT to write me a novel about, or a story about, or a business plan about. So it's also using that knowledge just not to analyze it and prepare it before me conveniently, but to generate things out of it. Let's take another example. I'm studying for my SATs and I find this, math question that I'm stuck with. I don't know how to answer this question. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I can't call my math teacher or mentor or tutor. Again, I could just copy the question, go into Chat GPT. Here's the question. Here's the possible answers that I have. Show me your genius. And sure enough, it goes in and explains it to me line by line. Here's the problem. Here's the equation. Here's how you calculate this. And towards the end, we'll kind of suggest the right answer to me. So as we said, ChatGPT, AI, that generative and artificial intelligence is just amazing. Actually, the third richest, wealthiest man in the world talks about how he's addicted to ChatGPT and asking all those questions. So you can imagine, as an average person that's trying to start a business or education or research, or I'm looking up a subject and I need help, help send a letter to this group or send a letter to that, or write a novel about this or do something. It's going to be an amazing resource to help us do it because it's generative. It generates that information. It researches us and gives it to us. A little bit of history about OpenAI. OpenAI started in 2015 with one of the greatest geniuses ever, Elon Musk, who changed a lot of financial industry when he started PayPal and through electric vehicles and Tesla and kind of space research and SpaceX and the Boring Company. So many just amazing ideas. And Sam Altman, who was just way advanced into AI, and they kind of worked on it, I think, through about 2018, and it just kind of grew as an amazing thing until it got to this level of kind of generative AI, generating content, so that you can ask your question and you can have a conversation. So you could ask a question, get an answer, and ask a follow-up question and get follow-up answers. And it's an amazing thing. Create your account, jump into it, and start using it. It's really going to be very helpful. Of course, a little disclaimer is it's not 100% necessarily accurate all the time. So put about a 97, 98 margin in there of some information that you need to verify more. And then the second thing is always going to be the ethical question. So we're not discussing it or answering today. So yes, I can be studying math and use ChatGPT to better understand math, but I could also be using it to do my homework. And probably that's not as ethical as it, as having someone else do my homework for me. So there are some ethical challenges. There's some accuracy challenges in terms of information and so on, because of the source of the data has something to do with the information. But overall speaking, it's just a great friend, a great mentor to have around to help us. Best of luck.